Dear YouTube, do not like your new system. Okay, skip. Oh, maybe this is working. Is it working? Who knows? Maybe I'm missing all the chat. Can't tell. Ain't got time to worry about that. If it's working, it's working. If it's not, it's not. Still gotta get the job done. First I've gotta get the glass off the desk. Okay, you guys there. You're out of here. Scratch the eye. Get the iPod out of the way. Something very strange going on with this stream. Alright. Anyway. We're just going to have to go with it. I don't know what the quality of the stream's going to be like today, but such is life. Let's see. 4S, actually. 4S. You can tell because it doesn't have a little strike beam across the top there. This one's just cracked across the earpiece, which means it was probably tightened down a little bit too much or something. Who knows? Wow, it's missing one of the screws. Fantastic start. Why are you panicking? Because I have to finish the fencing and I have to build a patio and I have to... Well, Chinese writing I can't understand. I got a lot of things I got to get done. It's as simple as that. You know, I just simply don't have enough time for them. And a great portion of that is because I took too long to get started on the projects. Classic sort of procrastinator's nightmare. 4S? No, person just wants it. They want the 4S. Well, at least that came out easy. Yes, lo behold, hard to believe, people do still want these things repaired. It's fun though, because I've very much forgotten the sequence that I would normally use. So I'm rather out of odds with my normal fast. I see that's a 2.6. And this, that's better. 2.7. You're 1.2. 3. I gotta try and remember all the positions for everything. 2.4. 2.5. Why am I even using that? Use tweezers. Hey Rob, good to see you. Let's see, from the ashes, hello. Hey Mark Prince. Yeah, so it's just a panic. This is 4S. So, let's see. Hey, hi. How much to take a class to learn how to do bad coding? I don't know, I don't do bad coding. I do inspirational coding. I think the best coding method is really just to find a project that you want to do and try and code it. Because you're going to need to have that enthusiastic spirit to get through all the horrible dramas that you're going to run into. And if you don't have that enthusiastic spirit, the programming will just kill you. That's a bit like board repair, really. Come on, out you come. A lot of people like these for... Whoa, why did the shield come off? Okay, CPU shield came off. That's not good. Squeaky mouse. 4.8. Get the Wi-Fi and don't break that connector off. Let's see, is there anything else I've forgotten? Oh yeah, the 3.6 with the gold. 3.6 with the gold fingers. I used to get a lot of these boards come in with that particular corner broken off because of that. Hey Jimbo, Evog praised your software in the latest video. I did get that notification, and I have just now sent Dave Jones a copy of, or a license of Flexboard View. I'm kind of panicking though because, yeah, Murphy's Law being what it is, he's probably going to try it, and it's probably going to crash and burn, or yeah, just maybe flood his offices again or something. I don't know. It's just the way the universe has a habit of working. I guess we'll see. I mean, it doesn't really use board view for much at all. So we've got a screw missing in there. Okay, this corner one's okay. But it was good of Dave to make mention of me on that Rossman video. Ah, hi. Can't tell jokes these days. You Americans with your funny humour. Nah, just kidding. I put a lot of effort into trying to determine whether Lewis is joking or serious at times when it comes to his scathing critiques. You gotta listen out for the honest opinions in amongst the jokes. Great, gotta get that off. Let's use some hot air. Hi. You've got a free copy already. Hey Andrew, do you and Dave ever grab a drink? Think both of you are in Sydney. Well, no, Dave may be in Sydney, but I'm about 2,500 kilometres north. I'm in a tiny town. Most Sydney suburbs, heck, most Sydney blocks probably have more people on them than what the number of people in this town. I'm in the middle of nowhere here. Okay, it's not quite whoop here, but it's not far off. Where's my screen? Yeah, if my luck will set off Dave Jones's fire alarm. That sounds about right to me. I'll put money on that one. Okay, let's see if we misaligned the... We did. What do you want? You want to go more up on that side. At least these days people aren't quite as concerned about the perfect alignment of everything on their iPhone 4 or 4S's or 5s. I mean, obviously they don't want it to be a complete trash job, but yeah, that's tolerable. Ah, Teresa, well, there you go. Not far off, not too far away from a celebrity there, eh? Wow, my brain is telling me that I want to put a whole bunch of stuff on here, like the normal iPhone 5s and things like that. But the only thing I really need is the camera guide, and that doesn't even have to go on there. It's funny when you stop doing these, you forget quite a bit. Well, I should rather say I forget quite a bit. Maybe other people don't. Okay, coming back in. We've got the earpiece mesh is in, so we don't think we'll stuff that up. Yeah, hi. I looked at that power supply software, the font they're using, it's just awful. I mean, not that not that my software is much better, but at least you can change the font on mine if you program it. But yeah, the old 7-digit stuff. So yeah, that's rather 1980s. Then again, I suppose that is when the software was probably written. I could write something for Lewis. I could integrate it with the existing multimeter software, so I can do the multimeter and the power supply. But I'm done doing free things, so he can send me a blank check and I'll do it for him. You're in the Westies wastelands. Sydney is just such a massive place. Great. We've got the usual problem with these things. Something's not lining up right. Something's pushed out a bit too far, or not pushed in enough. And then you've got to wonder, do I press harder or do I check the alignments? Do I just wait for the snap, crackle and pop? Oop, there we go, we just had the... I don't know if it's these latest screens or something, but they just don't quite fit like they used to. Alright, that's good enough. And as usual, there's no proper alignment in that corner piece. Coming from the iPhone 4 and 4S down to... Damn it. Maybe it's because I picked up the wrong screws. Shifting over to the iPhone 5 was such a revelation of ease, because whenever you do these, you know you'd be up for about half an hour at least. Okay, some magical people can do them in 15 minutes, maybe 10. But let's say half an hour is a normal, typical interrupted repair time. And then the iPhone 5 comes out and you can get that thing done in 7 or 8 minutes, and it's like, wow, so much easier. Alright, here we go. Nope, that didn't lock in properly. That did. Yeah, I've got to go out and finish the fencing up today. And that's going to be quite a task. Especially it's almost 1 o'clock. That doesn't leave me a lot of time. I was hoping to not be in a panic about this, but yeah. I had people turn up this morning with broken devices and I had to fix those because you need to have money. And I need to spend a bit more because I need to set up a quail enclosure now. So that's another couple of $100. Just like one thing after another, it never stops. Well, Therese, maybe move to Tasmania and then you can... It's pretty hard not to live next to salt water around there. Money is overrated, says the people who probably have more than enough money. money gives you options. So you can have a sucky life, but at least you got options. Or at least more options. I mean, I agree, money won't explicitly give you a better life, but it'll give you the opportunity. Okay, where are my 2.4s? Wrong ones. That's the one you want. I'm thinking of king quails to start with, since they incubate their own eggs, as opposed to Jap quails, which seem to just up and leave when it's convenient for them. I'm going to leave that shield off, because if I try to put this shield back on, chances are it's going to get misaligned, and something's going to go bzzzt, and then I'll be in big trouble. So I'm leaving that shield off. Where's my little rubber protector? There we go. Now, a lot of people used to leave these little rubber protectors off, and it was a bit of a gamble, because sometimes the sharp edges of the circuit board would end up cutting through the screen flex, and so a few weeks later your hard work would come back, and the person would be complaining, and it's because you left off that little protective rubber edge. Didn't happen a lot, but it happened enough times to make sure you put it back on. Yeah, unfortunately, like I said, time is just ticking away. And it's not like I can just sort of call up and say, hey, can you give me a day or two extension, please? It's the date and time is set. It is happening. No, I have to have it all done. What hasn't helped is that I've not been in the best of health the last few weeks. It's probably anxiety driven. You gotta love that. You get anxious about the fact that you're anxious about the fact that you're not getting proper sleep, proper eating, and so it becomes a vicious cycle. You do, after a while, learn to manage that and see the signs and break out of it before it's too bad, before you end up paralytic in bed for a few days. It's not good. To be realistically, that's not really the way you say things. To be realistic, the hardest thing is really just getting started out there. Once you set foot out in the yard and start getting the work done, it's not so bad. And at least it is winter, it's not summer. Okay. Let's see. Tasmania is too cold. Ah, shame. Oh, yeah, Lewis leaving rubber parts off the shrouds. I can't do that. I just cannot make myself leave those things off. I have to put them back on. I think I tried once. It was a A1466, and I'd already packed up the machine, ready to ship back off to the person, and then I realized that I had indeed left off the shroud. And all that night I was worried about it, and then the next morning I unpacked the whole lot and put the shroud back in, and I just couldn't do it. Not that it would make a massive difference on things like the A40 and 66, but certainly on these iPhone 4S's, I definitely have had instances of the cutting problem on the circuit board, so it has its reasons to be done. This is going to be weird without the shield, but like I said, I'm just not willing to risk it. And I'm certainly not going to try and solder it down, even though technically I could. Okay, 1.2. There's my 1.3. Whew. Hey Jan. Always fun when people want their phone repaired and they leave you with their phone number. Oh yes, yes. I actually had one of those this morning. 105 in Phoenix, right? So it's back to summer weather. Yeah. We're in this region. We'll go 100 to 110 during summer. So it's I can fully sympathise with those in Phoenix. Sometimes it sucks having integrity. That is usually, yes, sometimes. It was put there for a reason. Apple wouldn't spend another dime. Yeah, I generally like to run by that philosophy as well. There are some things I think that they over-engineered, and that's probably when the engineers were in charge. But the marketing team these days seems to have put an end to that. What is that? I got a broken something there. No idea what that is. Oh well. Things like these shields, they're mostly for EMI certification, so I can get away with those being left off. Now my brain's telling me, where does this 4.8 go? Seven. Seriously, where did that? Oh, you're not 4.8. You're the pentalobe. Ah, I was going to say. Hey Chris, hello Thailand. I have cousins from Thailand. 2 of them, in fact. I'm not exactly sure where in Thailand. All I know is Thailand is where they originated. Do you think anyone will come out with a new phone at this size? Frank, I think that's why they keep the SE alive. I mean, I know it's not this compact, but I guess it's the compromise that they are willing to make. I think the big problem is they can't really go back to this size due to everybody now expecting a certain degree of screen size in order to... man, these are all... You're backwards. I'm pretty sure you're backwards. Come on. I just think there's just not enough real estate anymore on the 4 size. I know what that is. Aha. Or at least I think I do. Hang on. That broken piece that I was looking at before. Oh no, I was wrong. Okay. I thought it might have been a broken off standoff, but it wasn't. Hey Greg, don't long screw it. Has anyone actually done a long screw on a 4S? What? Oh, I know what it was. One of the pentalobe was broken both the back. Yeah, that's what they were. There, both of those have been broken off. I'll see if I've got a spare. I really didn't want to send it back with both of those broken off, because you know what will happen is the person will be using it one day and it will slip clean off the back, they'll drop it, and it'll be my fault. Okay, we've got our Apple logo. All screws are gone out of there. This can go in the rubbish. Yes, that they're in these certainly have a lot of screws. There's no shortage of them. Allowed to swear. I generally don't swear that much. I don't have a huge compulsion to. Except when I hurt myself and I'm out like doing fencing or something like that, then I sometimes let it loose. Now these things do take ages to boot. And then once I've done this, I've got to work out why this isn't charging. I think it's got liquid damage, so it's probably a complete brick job. How do you even get these things open? Alright, that's working fine. Searching around, it's picked up the network, we're all good to go on that, that's good. Another one saved from the trash. This I've just got to look at and walk away from. So how do you open up iPods? Is it like the old way, where you just heat them up? I guess it is. Mother flower. David, probably not for a little while, because I've just got too much going on. The only reason why I jumped in and did this stream right now is because at least with the 4S I can basically do it blind. Greg, no, I just dig them out with a garden spade, just about 250 mil wide, square, sharp edge garden spade. What I did do though is I got myself a long handled one as well, because with the typical garden spade, what are they, like 3 foot long, meter long? When you get down to about the 600 mil depth of the hole, you're bending over just way too much, so I got a long version of that and seems to do good. Mostly I break it up using a fencing bar, and then I also use the fencing bar to tamp down the mix when I'm putting it back in. Hey, def bomb, start working. 3332, 3 long beeps, reflowed RAM, note, 3 beeps. So I would have thought that'd be memory. So you could actually have a faulty memory chip as opposed to just a bad reflow. I think those clamshell hole diggers that you got, they're great if you got soft soil and you're not needing a hole that's too big. James, that's what I'm panicking about. I've got to get this cat run finished. The one from the video that was shot in internet killing portrait mode. I do apologise for that, everybody, but it was just easier for me to hold the phone like that rather than that. Maybe I should get myself a selfie cam, a holder thingy. Okay, let's see if we can get this open. Oh yeah, that's warm. I should just left it on the floor, I guess. That is tight. There's no way I'm getting into that easy. Let's see if I can find something substantially thinner. I had something here last night. Damn it, now I'm losing all my heat. So what's the trick here? Where's the seam? Get that protector off, that's just been a pain in my posterior. Honestly, digging the holes... Oh look, we've got a great big clearance up here, but that's not where we need the clearance, I'm guessing, because I suspect if it's like any of the other ones, all the lock tabs are up here. But maybe I can coax it. Seems like I probably need more heat. Trick is to run away now. Oh, okay. But seriously, hey Q's, how do we get into that? Alright, it's better. Flex cables at the top, there, be careful. Straight down with tweezers and then lift up with it hot. Prater, do you mean down at the bottom where the lightning port is? Start at the bottom end, right? Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I've just got it sitting on 80 at the moment, so we'll have a look. You say tweezers though, but I'm probably going to use my beloved spudger. I still have not found a replacement for this. I've tried, still no replacement. Opens a bit like an IP6. Okay, I can work with that. The disaster I had the other night was doing a A1278 13-inch display glass. Now I got tricked because I had one that I thought I'd practice on, and I think someone else had already worked on it because I heated it all up with the hot air and it came off pretty much as I would expect. But then I got the customer one and it would not budge one bit, and I ended up damaging the rubber seal around, which I'm really upset about. But you know, I guess nothing I can do about it because I see it's pressed into the chassis of the display back. But yeah, that was miles harder. In the end I found that using alcohol on the tip of a very thin blade was the better way. Bit too big, need a little slimmer. Don't forget to press the button at the back. What's the button at the back do? What's the button at the back do? Oh, I see it pops out. How interesting. What? freakish. Let's see if we can just displace this a bit. Nah, you ain't going anywhere, are you? Yeah, what's the button at the back do? Yeah, I got a cat hair there. Fantastic. Oh, great. Broke the tip off my square. I don't have a square X-Acto blade. Oh, hot air it is. You know this thing's going to be completely rotten on the inside. It's going to be probably saltwater damage. Probably been sitting for 2 years. Dead as. Greg, you talking about a heat and suction cap for the 1278 or for the iPod? Good God, man, this is incredibly tight. I can't even get it to slip in. Ah, my fingers, they burn. There we go. The customer has already pretty much resigned themselves that this is going to be a dead iPod, but they just wanted me to pop it open to 100% verify. Damn it, I'm losing it, man. Yep, my favourite spudger saves the day again. Stick a plastic one in. Let's go slide along. Alright, the problem I've got here is that it's delaminating the glass from the plastic carrier frame, so I'm guessing, what is there, a whole bunch of adhesive along here, like the iPod 4s. Now I can't really get the spudger under there because I'll start damaging that, I'm guessing. Yeah, stick it back on the heating pad. I'm just going to jam one of these in here so that I don't lose the progress I have made. Yeah. What temperature you guys usually go for with the heating pad? This is just I picked this one up at Union Repair. It was fairly cheap. I've forgotten which one it is. I mean, I got it at 80 degrees centigrade, so yeah. A bit of a helping hand on this side. So the other thing is, maybe I'm wondering, does it have a clip lock or something like that, just to help it hold down? iFixit says plastic frame and screen is separate. So you're saying I should be removing the glass first? Well, that would probably be a little more sensible. Sure as hell's getting hot enough, that's for sure. If the glass came out separate, that would make a lot more sense. Let's try that route. Oh man, I've actually got to go and see how it's done. I'm looking at it and I'm looking at it. God damn. Glass out. So that's why I stopped before, because I was thinking that I was separating the screen module. Here we go. That small piece of information makes all the difference. Looks like we're a little cold up here still. I know this damn thing's gonna crack on me. Okay. So we've got some special care required up here. Why am I even doing this? Oh, thank you, Zatharion. Pocket review, it's dead, and I have reason to believe it's gone for a swim, which mostly means it's truly dead. Yay, there we go. Now, how far can we separate these? Yeah, it's not fully separated. Every time I think... Time to check the iFixit. Oh, right. So you get the glass off, it seems, and then you get the frickin' frame out. Blimey heck. Yeah. Oh, look, I can already see all the water under here anyway. Let's have a look. The fingerprints, and they're not mine. So it seems... Something you gotta get... Okay, so they're clipped in somehow. Which way is it clipped? Ah, that way. Right. And we're off. Come on. Come on. God, I'm so glad I never offered this as a normal service. I'm sure, you'd get used to it, but haha, we are free. And naturally, it is like the bad old iPods. Are you charging for the coroner's report on it? Yeah. I've never ever pulled one of these apart before. I mean, I used to do the iPod Touch 4 a lot. In fact, that was one of the first devices that I started doing for repairs, and that's because someone in the local community had smashed one, and they just gave me the eBay kit and everything like that, and they said, look, just try it. We're not expecting anything out of it. Just feel free to have a shot. If it doesn't work, no harm, no foul. And if it does, well, congratulations. And anyway, so fortunately I had a couple of them, so I was able to practice my skills, and then before I knew it, I was doing a couple a week at least. And then the iPhone started. Why are you using a metal spudger pull? Ah, I see. Home button has to come off. Yeah, Greg, very glad they didn't design the iPhones like this as well. I'm getting a strange smell coming off this. Okay. Still not quite in. Let me look for some damage. No. Okay, so that's... How the hell are you supposed to replace the screens on these in any hurry? Wow. It's not the perfect nightmare. Well, I always do need my metal spudger for a great many things, but using it on this when I wasn't sure of the status of the battery or anything was probably not the best idea. Did I just pop something? Oh, right, it's got one of those damn captive connectors. Alright, microscope. So the battery constrains it in that direction. Sorry, I know it's a bit out of focus, but tough luck. Come on, lift up. So what's this? That's another flex there. How the heck's this? What? So it's almost like this has to come off, or something has to come off before I can get it out. Is that right? See, someone's already probably telling me. So this battery has to come out first. Oh, dear Lord. Okay, that's gonna have to be heated up. And this is why these never get repaired, because it costs too much in labour. Now at least I can sit around and read the comments. Battery has to be desoldered. Oh my goodness. Hey RickTech, no, I'm just trying to verify that this thing is actually cactus. See you, Greg. No, see now this sort of design I think Apple should be kicked in the head for. Absolutely. There's just no overly compelling reason to make it this bad. Graham, did you mean masochist? Mm-hmm. Hey, Mr. John Schwaman Sr. Rick Techno, this is an iPod 5. Something I've never worked on before, ever. Black cover on top left, okay. Oh, right, Rob's telling me proper stuff here and I'm just ignoring him. Sorry, Rob. Right, let's desolder the battery. Saying taking that off. You guys can live without proper view for a few seconds. Oh man, it's one of those shiny bullshit things. Oops, and the swearing has begun. Ah. Alright. Damn it, I've got to do this left and right hand at the same time. Oh, idiot. Let's just remove the Captain tape first, yeah? With tweezers that actually work, not those horrible things I just tried. Solder. Alright, that's what's holding me down here now. Crikey. Okay, a bit of heat to soften that up. Yo. Oop, something just let go. And that wasn't intentional on my part. It just happened. Oops. That was really not my intention then. Whoops. Everything's just falling out. Are you kidding me? They've got to... Oh my god. So you got to undo this one too? What the heck? I don't want to do this. I just want to check and see if the thing is even damaged. I actually can't see any... Genuinely can't even see any liquid damage. Except for that what was on the shield, which means maybe it was down here. Don't know what that is. I guess the battery is probably well and truly cactus. Doubt there's any power in that. Which means maybe the... Get it. Okay, someone hold my hand because I'm about to check to see whether it was just a choked up USB port. I'll scream if that was the case. Oh, thank goodness, it's not choked up, but it's not great looking either. For a moment then I thought that I'd missed the obvious. Well, at this stage, I think I'm going to have to just walk away from this. What I'll do is I'll order in a replacement flex for the, what do you call it, for the lightning port. Let's see if I get any good. Oh, I'll check the voltage on this as well, just to see. But I am running out of time, and this is not sufficiently important for me to spend more time on. Yeah, that's quite possible about the protection mechanism of the battery getting too low. Although it did just die after they got it wet, so... Yeah, we're absolutely zero, unless... 0... 0... Yeah, it's completely, utterly dead. So I might order in a replacement battery and a replacement charge port, although I don't know why, because this is just killing me for time. Oh, hello. Yeah, there we go. There's our corrosion. found it. Yep, that's well and truly. That's the home button. Flex. It's this whole assembly. Oh man. Let's see if I can get a better look at that. Yeah, that diode's got corrosion on it too. There we go. So the main board might be okay, but this whole assembly is dead. So what we'll do is we'll see what our diode mode's like on that. And I'm out of focus. Let's see. Definitely say it's 99.999% not worth it. This is merely a curiosity at this point. Okay, that's not shorted. Yeah, that is. Alright. One of the caps or something has gone shorted on there. And looks like we've got a bit of a... This here looks a bit different to the normal corrosion. I think that could be actually arcing. Yes, to me that looks more like arcing damage compared to corrosion damage. Yeah, I'd say it's not worth it. I'll just tell the customer it's definitely been liquid damage, the end. And if they want it back together, they can pay me $50. So, alright, time for me to scoot and run. Gotta go put these hands into action, hauling fence and putting posts in, digging dirt, and making lots of skies falling type expressions, like, because yeah, time's running out for me. So thank you all for dropping in quickly. I'll catch you all next time. Till then, take care.